What's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday to everyone. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, staying safe and healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, I hope you tested negative. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Pandemic Update for Wednesday, June 27th, 2023. Today, India has logged its lowest COVID case total since March of 2020. They only recorded 33 new cases of coronavirus. That's the lowest level that they're reporting since March 2020. 531,903 fatalities is the total death count in India at this point. Yes, we do know their totals of everything is likely an undercount. All right, moving on to this. This has to do with the business side of Walgreens. And you're probably wondering, well, what does that have to do with a pandemic update? You'll find out. Walgreens sinks as company warns consumer pulls back on spending COVID vaccines. So in other words, consumers are not spending as much money towards COVID resources such as vaccine. Not everyone's going out to get the boosters and whatnot. People aren't going to get the at-home tests. I mean, let's face it, how many people are going to get tested? Or just a PCR test in general? I assume that's an issue too because, that's out of pocket. The government's not paying for that anymore. But what this is telling us is less people are caring about the pandemic altogether. They have moved on. And this is scary. I mean, if people aren't going out to get a vaccine to get protected, that's not good. That means this upcoming winter could be really bad. We'll probably have a lot of undetected cases. We'll probably have a lot of people not boosted. It's going to be a real problem. Alrighty, moving on to our next story. Outgoing CDC director says the U.S. is not prepared for the next pandemic because parts of the public health system still use old fax machines. Key word, she's saying, fax machines? That's the problem? Okay, I think there's more to the problem. The problem is there was not enough awareness given about how serious COVID can be, how serious long COVID can be. I mean, people didn't take it seriously, so they lost trust in the CDC and a lot of other agencies. Therefore, guess what? If something else comes along, they're going to just laugh at it and not take it seriously. They're already doing so on the social media platforms. I mean, if someone says, oh, bird flu's starting to crop up, or monkeypox, they just sit and laugh. I mean, confidence, not being truthful, that's one of the problems, and CDC could do a lot better job at a lot of these things, and who knows, maybe Rochelle Lewinsky knew that, and that's why she's stepping down. I don't know if we'll ever know the true, honest reason why she's stepping down, but she is, and someone else is taking her place. We'll see what happens. All right, this is relatively interesting. It's not good either. Nearly 36 million in Europe may have experienced long COVID, World Health Organization officials say. We're just reading a headline here, and the headline says it all. Long COVID is a real issue. Just 36 million people in Europe alone. That's just one of many continents, one of many areas in this world. That is truly, truly concerning. And then there is this from Raja on Twitter. And this is really concerning as well. He says, I would wear a high-quality mask in a crowded airport. Why? CDC.gov COVID-19 positivity rates in airports seem to be hovering around 20%, much higher than the baseline community positivity rates reported. So that is not good. All right, let's take a look at some Walgreens data. The national Walgreens positivity data shows that this week's current positivity rate nationally is 23.4%. The prior week is 24.9%. That's a difference of down 1.5%, and we know testing is down this week. Let's take a look at a couple states today. Utah, 26.7% positivity rate. 13.3% was last week's. That is a difference of up 13.3%. Testing remained flat. Florida, 35.5% positivity this week. 29.3% is the prior week total. That's a difference of up 6.1%. Total tests, 327 versus 368. Michigan, the positivity rate this week is 9.1%. Prior week was 29.4%. That's a difference of down 20.3%. Total test, 22 versus 17. Testing did go up. We'll do a few more states again tomorrow. Taking a look at BioBot Analytics, you can see all regions are dropping with exceptions to the southeast. That is either slightly dropping or just flat at this time. Taking a look at CDC COVID wastewater surveillance, and we can see here when we take a look at this, moving myself to the left, new sites 116, 0 to 19% COVID detected, that's low levels, 787 sites, 20 to 39%, that's getting closer to moderate, 344 sites, 40 to 59%, we can say that is into moderate, 114 sites there. Orange, that's 60 to 79% COVID detected. That's moderate to high. That's at 17 sites. And really high, red, 80 to 100% detected. That's at 5 sites. Moving myself back to the right now. Taking a look at the latest variants, we're just only going to do the ones that are above 9% today. XBB.1.5, 27%. XBB.1.16, 19.9%. XBB.1.9.2 is at 13%. XBB.1.9.1 is at 11.4%. XBB.2.3 is at 10.6%. And XBB.1.16.1 is at 9.5%. Latest ER visits. This will update again late on Thursday evening. And we are seeing a substantial increase in Alaska, a moderate increase in Kentucky, moderate increase in West Virginia, moderate increase in Michigan, substantial increase in Maryland. The rest of the country is either flat, moderately decreasing, or substantially decreasing at this time. Let's take a look at a couple of our national wastewater sites here. And today I think we'll take a look down in Georgia. Let's see what's going on down in Georgia. And with this, we can actually look beyond COVID-19. We can actually look at some other stuff. Gonna move myself back to the left again. SARS-CoV-2 is slightly rising here at the Clayton, Atlanta, Georgia plant. Influenza not detected. RSV not detected. HMPV, I believe is what this is called, and it is slightly rising at this time. It is starting to rise, so that's concerning. Monkeypox, no monkeypox detected, and norovirus, there is some norovirus being detected in this area. So we're just going to do one of these sites today. We'll do a few more again tomorrow. We do want to take a look at New Jersey. New Jersey today, 65 out of 70 hospitals reported with 187 hospitalizations, and there are 7 people on a ventilator in the ICU. Currently 16 people are in the ICU, and the latest discharge number is 15. So 15 people have been released from the hospital today who had coronavirus. Now taking a look in Pennsylvania, specifically Philadelphia County, my county where I live. Remember, there's limited data on Pennsylvania, so I share whatever I can find because I feel it's important to do so. And 815 EMS incidents yesterday in Philadelphia County. That's high. That's concerning. Anytime it's over 800, I raise a red flag. And this is high again, so not something we'd like to see. Let's do a live look in on the suburbs. You're going to see a lot of stuff on here because there are severe thunderstorms ongoing in the area. But here's what we care about, EMS incidents. And there are some things going on here. Not terribly busy. Around the lunchtime hour, it was approaching 20 incidents at once, which that is a concerning level. Same thing with Chester County. You may see a lot of other stuff on here, but not terribly busy. But we do have a sick person, heart problem, sick a pole. There are a few things going on right now, but again, you don't see the list where the scroll bar is up there. Later on, you may because of the thunderstorms, but not for EMS incidents, which is what we're happy to see about at the moment. All right, taking a look at New York State. Some bad news for New York State today. Number of people who have tested positive, 258, does not include at-homes, rapids, all that other stuff, and reinfections, or people who just decide not to get tested. Here's where the bad news comes in. Look at today's positivity rate, 5.4%. That's significantly up. 7-day average is also up now to 4.3%. Taking a look at the latest hospitalizations, we'll take a look at admissions first. 166 people were admitted to the hospital yesterday in New York State. Current hospitalizations and ICUs for New York State, and of course it refreshes on me. So we're going to zoom this in. That number is up slightly today to 459 people in the hospital, 55 people in the ICU. Taking a look at New York City, and New York City number, again, that's up slightly as well. 195 people hospitalized, 26 patients in the ICU. Taking a look at hospital admissions for New York City, we can see they're down week over week compared to the last week's first report of the week. Only 72. Last week on the first report of the week was 113. So that's a pretty significant drop. And you know what? We'll take it. Texas, we will get an update on Texas tomorrow. Let's take a look at some international COVID variant data. Or international case data, not variant data. Don't have that today. I could pull that up for you if I wanted to, but we'll look at that again, probably if we do an update over the weekend, that's when we'll get to. I don't know if we're going to be updating this weekend. More details on that to come in the next couple days. South Korea currently reports cases are down 0.6%. They're doing that like a fishing line. You know how when you toss a fishing line into the water, your hook and your weight or whatever you use, it bounces off the bottom? That's basically what South Korea is doing. They're just fluctuating back and forth. But I do want to make note of something here that I haven't in a while, and I should. Cases in the last 7 days, 113,120. Preceding 7 days, 113,819. I mean, they're still week after week, even at this day and age of poor testing, doing over 100,000 cases a week. That's relatively concerning because we know a lot of these people could end up with long COVID. Their deaths are down 15%. Australia. This week, cases are down 47%. Weekly deaths are down 53%. Around the world, I always forget to mention this in the beginning. Cases are down 26%. Deaths are down 49%. New Zealand, cases down 10%. Deaths are now up 14%. They are seeing an increase in deaths. That's concerning. 33 versus 29. Mexico, cases are up 2%. Deaths are now up 94%. That's a concerning increase in Mexico. Malaysia, cases down 21%. Deaths are up 13%. Then we come over here to Bolivia. Cases are down 5%. Deaths are up 200%. So again, that's concerning as well. Bangladesh, cases are up 22%. Deaths are up 400%. It's 5 deaths versus 1 death. So it's not like, oh, it's up 100%, but there's X amount of deaths. No, it's just a small amount of deaths, and that's what caused it to be such a big increase. Indonesia, 36% down on cases, 28% up on deaths, 23 versus 18. Romania, cases are down 20%, deaths are up 29%, and that is 9 deaths versus 7 deaths. Alrighty, folks, that does it for today's pandemic update. We will have another pandemic update again tomorrow afternoon. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more updates like this or anything else I post on my channel, subscribe to my channel down below and share this with your friends and family to help spread the word out and keep each other safe. Remember, we're all in this together. I will see you again next time. But until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone.